Hey, monkey. I'm just getting set up. So, if you're still around, bear with me. Trying a little something different this time around. Trying to get myself situated so that I can read the chats. And not quite ready to start yet. I'll wait till some people come in. Hey, you all. Well, are we going to work? No? Hey, is that better? Can you hear me now? Hey, Plywood, New Beginnings. Can you hear me? Oh, it says you can hear me. Do a little carving. See how that goes, depending on how the audio holds up for the battery on the microphones, I should say. Then we'll go from there. All right. Got Plywood, New Beginnings. All right, well, welcome you all. And I'll wait a minute here, get myself together, find my safety glasses, and do a little carving. Tried to clean up a little bit earlier today, but the temptation to mess with the new lathe was just more than I could stand. So I had to chuck up a little bit and see if I could get a little turning going on. It's nothing fancy. I put an old piece of pine skid runner in there and I was going pretty good, and then discovered a crack when I started to put the flutes in the honey dipper. Broke right off on me. I was fit to be tied. All right, put the mask on here. Got my safety glasses on already. Just in case my wife is watching, wants to know if I'm using my PPE. All right, let's see here. I'm using these little cheap bits from Temu. See how they work. I got myself a foot pedal for the Dremel. I'm sure there's no award for making it make that noise. All right, so I watched several tutorials. We'll see if I learned anything. Well, first thing I learned is this bit doesn't cut. Let's get one that does. All right. Yeah, avoid the multi-pack of Temu bits. That was... I'll send those suckers back. So where's our little bit that I was using? That'll work. Little aluminum bit worked very well. My other carving, I need to get some cuts all, but a lot of money you spend on bits if you don't know what you're doing. Come on. Does help if you turn it the right way. All right. There we go. All right. So far, yeah, got my what'll be my hairline or something. My eyebrows, I got my eyes roughed out. Hopefully, I'm have a little better time with the eyes today than I did. I'll get back into it. Start moving my nose around. All right, bit change. So I got my hairline, I got my eyebrows, got my eyes roughed out, my nose roughed out, my cheekbones, and the little bit of the mouth. I want to do that where the beard is comes down, but only the little bottom lip is showing. Not quite sure how to do that yet, but we'll find our way. Which is, I can sit and watch somebody else do it for hour and hour, day over day, but I'm not going to learn if I don't get started and do it myself. All right. Move a little material and get back on it. These little, I think they're wood carving burr. They come in one of these sets of Dremel bits, or in this case, Bob's bits from wherever, and they seem to work pretty good. Let's see who we got here. Plywood, New Beginnings. Hey, you all. Ray! Monkey. Hey, Papas. Was watching you earlier. Let's see if I can't figure out how to make let's see if I can't make somebody a mod in here. All right. Hey, Ray, you can drop some of those links and any of our regulars, nobody weirder than the rest of us. You can make them mods if you want to. That way, anybody that's newer channels or whatever, you can, I'm new too, so we might as well help out each other. I'm going to get back to the carving. How's the noise on the tool? Is it terrible? No? Oops. That was probably a bad idea. All right. I don't know. Maybe he'll be Walter, Jeff Dunham's puppet. Hey, Joseph. See what my chat's doing here. Ray, Joseph. Plywood, Papa. Hey, you all, you get a chance, look at Whitland Monkey's channel. I don't know a lot about carving, but I think I can learn some stuff from the kid. All right. So I'm going to try and round out my cheeks, and then I'm going to go to work on the nose. Or I could just be making a giant mess. I'm not sure yet. All right. Now I got to smooth out around that nose. Carvers in the crowd, you're probably laughing your butts off right about now. I'm doing my best. All right, which grab my other bit. There we go. How are these things open? Oh, all right, there we go. Like my little CNC bits. Now let's try this one. I don't know about where you are, but it's getting windy and cold here. It's supposed to snow. Actually, Joseph, I was kind of hoping that he'd come out looking like you. Santa'd be all right, too. What do you think of today's effort? This is the one I did the other day. This guy so far. I think this was okay, but I think we're doing better here. I hope so anyway. Otherwise, I'm going to refuse to pay for those carving lessons that I stole off YouTube. helps if we tighten up our bit. Let's see here. Where's that port? There it is. All right. All right. Try this again. No. I think I need to rough that out a little bit more. All right, now loose up. Two sides of that coin, Joseph. I've been both too hot and too cold in this shop today. The little heater that could is keeping us warm now. See, this is the part where I'm not patient. I want to rush it. I want to get in there and just tear stuff up, and that's wrong. Need to something gentle there. All right, yeah. Bill? Alright, so getting a little warm. Let's put, let's try this guy. The funny thing about this thing is it's like the fat red crayon of the whole box. There we go. I'm sure this part goes more smoothly when you have a better idea of how the bits are going to act in the material. Yeah, Ryan hit 40,000. That's a dude with talent worthy of envy and insult. Are we getting anywhere? 47 minutes. What do you think, guys? Are we getting anywhere? Uh, Got to take a breather so my glasses clear off. Probably wouldn't hurt me to go over here. I'm going to turn this mic off for a minute. Give me a break. Or give your ears. Well, I'm going to go a little deeper here, round this off a little bit, and then work on those eyes. Eyes give me trouble. All right. Why not, Ray? You'd be great. Hey, Shoops, how we doing? Hey, Ray, can you make Shoop a moderator for me? Or here, be prepared. There's an ugly man in the mirror there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Plywood, I'm trying to help you out here, buddy. There you go. Got a job for you. All right. Tonight at 8. Well, does it look like Santa, Joe? I can't decide if he's Santa or if he's some vagabond been living under a bridge. I know he needs some work because he looks a little square. I'm going to go to work on him a minute. All right. Get something smaller and I'll work on those eyebrows and those eyes, and then I'm gonna call it. I don't think. Alright, let's see here. What do I need? No, those things are worthless. Alright. See if that's any good. Alright. Sorry about that. Well, what do we think? Sounds like a dentist's office. Are we happy with that? I could work on his nose until there wasn't any nose left, but I think that's probably about as good as he's going to get. I'll prop him up here so you can look at him while I rearrange a little bit and maybe put the camera on the other stand so I can sit down and talk a minute. If you haven't, smash the like button. If you have, I'd have you smash it again, except for I don't think it actually works like that. How's everybody doing tonight? Are we satisfied with, I don't know, Joseph, do you think it looks like Santa, or do you think it looks like, I don't know, the first one I said was going to look like Joseph the Carpenter, but I don't think it looked like Joseph the Carpenter at all. Looked like an angry gnome. Joseph, no sugar bond here, but I might throw a little dry brush of some walnut stuff on it. Chair, coffee, sunglasses, or get my regular glasses. Don't look like Mr. Bug Eyes. Excuse me a minute. I mean, not that it matters if you hear me blow my nose and stand here making dental sounds for an hour and nobody seemed to mind. Are we all ready for Turkey Day tomorrow? Not ugly enough to look like you, Joseph. I have that same conversation with my mirror every morning. Mrs. Lane tells me to knock it off. All right. So, who else we got here? Hey, Heidi Shoop. Here you guys are going live about, what is it, 8? Well, 8 your time, probably 9 my time. That don't matter. All ready for Turkey Day? Why would it's a well-worn line. Fellas, I did this one. I fired up the lathe earlier today, and the new lathe, that is, not the little lathe that could. It's cooked. But I was just chucked up an old piece of pine runner and was carving a honey dipper and found a crack in that piece of pine, and the little fluted end of it fell straight to the floor, and the stick did a 1-over and it hit the floor right next to it. I was pretty impressed. It didn't, that could be an Olympic sport. It would probably turn well if I was a better turner, but I got a lot to learn. I'll keep at it though. I'll try and do something, 2, 3 days a week, and it'll get better. For cheap tools, I think they do a fine job. But the whole purpose for wanting to turn is to turn my scraps into stuff I can put on my craft table and, sell at shows. So I had thought honey dippers and little pins that you make out of, turn wooden shafts for these. Those of you that make pins probably think that's very simple, but I would say you just take that out and they come right apart. But the problem is with that 9/64 drill bit is that it's 6 inches long and it's super flexible. So I clamped it to the front of my bench here, and then it ran out the side. And so I have, and we don't just learn when we do that once. We have to do another one and run it out the side of that one too. So I'm going to figure that one out. I'll probably use my my drill guide and then make a little jig for it, and then only try and do like a half, cut them in half and drill each one and then glue them together. Maybe use either a wax dowel as a guide or put, I think I've got a little piece of brass rod or something. Something I can chuck and twist out. Sure, Billy. Billy, is that right? I don't know, Joseph. I need to sit and watch Ryan's channel for about 18 hours and see if I can pick up a few tricks. Bill. Yes, sir. I may not remember beyond this conversation. I'm terrible with names. Usually why all my students get a nickname. All right. Plywood, Joseph, the Shoops. Shoop, shoop, shooby doo wah. Ray and Sandy. New beginnings. His name Caleb. Papa's woodworking. I'm going to try that as soon as my drill truck gets here. I have one for the little lathe that could, but it's even smaller than an MT1. How you doing? Thank you for coming. We were carbon, but now we're to the BS part of the evening. Cool. It will be a long time before I ever make an attempt like that lotus petal bowl that Whack and Shack did there in his live. Was that Saturday, Sunday? It was amazing to watch, but yeah, it sounded kind of like a helicopter about to take off. It was super cool though. Oh yeah, Monday. So everybody doing the whole family. Oh, it was totally sketchy. I mean, you win, like, we have to get a new category for sketchy. But it was amazing to watch, and it turned out great. So in ordering stuff for my lathe, I somehow wound up ordering two different pin mandrels. Uh, One was from I ordered off of Amazon, and it was supposed to come with mandrel saver and did not. The other one I ordered off Timu, and not only was it not an MT2, it's stamped MT10 and it's huge. Let me grab this thing so you can see it. You're more knowledgeable lathe people than I am. Maybe you can tell me exactly what's going on here. I know the mandrel saber is just like a live center, but where did I put that thing? That's the spur. Yeah. So this one, of course, it is an MT1, and I have an adapter on the way, so I'll be able to use that one. But this thing, I think, is too big. I mean, it says M10 on it. It may not be too big, but I mean, it says M10. Let me turn the camera around. It's Sunday. Hey, Pilato, how we doing? So anyway, let me unplug this thing and take the camera over to the lathe and show you what I'm talking about. But I think it's too big. It may not be. All right, so the equipment. I want to tighten that up before I use it. So I'll be darned. So this thing, I mean, I know it goes in there, but it doesn't go. I mean, tell me. Is that seated right? Or because it looks like this is supposed to come all the way back here. This end goes in the headstock. All right, and the mandrel saver actually goes in the tailstock. All right, so is that fitted correctly? All right, this end is in the headstock. Is this fitted correctly, or should that go all the way back? And it's good. Okay. Well, then I won't return that one. But I wanted to ask somebody before I did a stupid and wound myself carrying this heavy thing back into Harbor Freight. So forgive the dumb questions. I hope there's not a fee because there are more to come. Come on. I truly hate messing with packaging. Don't like kids are home. That ain't a bad thing. Weather's getting nasty here. I'd rather they're not on the road and they're adults. All right. So, anyway, so what are you making Sunday, Mike? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the answers to dumb questions, and I'm sure there's going to be a million more. I feel like when we get into the lathe, I am completely out of my depth, and the same for the carving. But the only way I know how to learn stuff is just get in and do it. And I can watch the greatest tutors. I watched Tim Yoder for 2 hours today doing pins. I watch Mike Walt, but the only way I actually get in and do it is a lot of we can learn together, but I seem to be retaining what I learned, but some of it, these things don't come with very clear instructions. The one from Artie Master does have a little manual with it and everything. But this one just came exactly like this. No paperwork, no nothing. So anyway, I've been here an hour and 15 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and we're just warming up. All the good people are getting just wow. What's Lotto been up to? This is feeling better. I hope. Hey, Ray, saw that box you sent to the shoots. That was nice. I need to work on my box making. Hey, Joseph, when Ryan is chucking that drill in the lathe, does he use a steady rest for the bit or just go very, very slow? So I'm hiding in the shop. Good man, Pilato. That's how that works. Next time we see you live, if you're a little banged up, we'll understand that she didn't think much of that. I'm going to try it several different ways when it comes time to drill those blanks. I may cut it in half and then drill half of it and then drill the other half. I want to get it done because it's the only reason I bought those big stick pins was to practice. I don't want to get into pin kits and stuff until, I realize it's a completely different thing, but something says I should practice the process a few times first. Live from last night. Okay. I was busy. I'll have to get on that. That's what I want to learn. So, thank you all very much. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm out of propane, so it's a little chilly out here. So I'm going to go ahead and go in the house. But thank you all for joining me this week. If I don't see you before then, God bless you all. Night.